All right, we are live here, waiting patiently for our Nintendo Direct here. Supposed to start in about 13 minutes, give or take. Hopefully everything's running on time on their part. I know I'm running a little bit late, but still in time for some Nintendo Direct news. This is going to be exciting. We're talking all about Pokemon. I can't wait to see what this is all about. There are a lot of rumors out there, a lot of possibilities. They could be talking about Pokemon Home, which would allow everyone to be able to have all their Pokemon that they've captured from Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, and Sword and Shield all kind of come into one central hub, and you'd be able to access them across all those different games, allegedly. We'll see. I mean, we've only got 12 more minutes of speculation left before we actually find out what they're going to talk about. I think it's going to be a great time. The other thing that is anticipated to be talked about is that they're going to be doing something with the Pokemon Sleep, which is supposed to somehow monitor your sleep. I don't know if that means putting your phone under your pillow with some sort of Pokemon Sleep app going on, not to be confused with Pokemon Sleep Apnea, which I believe Snorlax has. But that's a whole different topic all in itself. Quick shameless plug here. I have a YouTube channel that I will link after this goes up. I should be able to do that here. Hopefully things don't get too horky-borky. Too crazy here. I'm trying to do everything within like one monitor here. Or two monitors, but like just me. So there's that. I'm kind of special when it comes to tech here. Trying to get everything all loaded up, all spick and span. Let's see. That's not the button I wanted to hit. Let's make sure. Go. Copy. Blue. 5. There we go. Let's throw that one right out into chat right here. So go ahead if you like some gaming news. That's something I've been doing over on YouTube for the last week or so. I've really been enjoying it, trying to keep up on my news. We've talked about a whole bunch of different things over there, including talking about this Pokemon Direct that's coming up. We've talked about Project Luminous. If you're not familiar with Project Luminous, that is what Disney is calling their overarching, the Star Wars equivalent to the MCU. But unlike the MCU, which just kind of incorporates the movies and TV shows-ish, I mean, let's be real here. When they did Daredevil and all that stuff, it kind of incorporated a little bit of the MCU stuff, but it was more like Daredevil, Punisher, even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just reacting. It was almost like a live react. Hey, where did they get that idea from? So, this is supposed to incorporate the movies, the TV shows, and video games, which I think is a great idea. There were some hints. I've been avoiding spoilers to the best of my ability on Jedi Fallen Order. I've recently gotten that, but there is some speculation that I found through that talks about some of the general ideas that I won't find out anything else about. But there's some ancient races in there, ancient Force-sensitive races that they might be able to incorporate into some games to bring it forward. They're talking about the Project Luminous era is going to be 300 to 400 years before what happens in the events of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So the Republic will be roughly 600 years old, because at the time that it fell at the end of Episode 3, it was just somewhere over 1,000 years old. So we will have Yoda in there. It will not be baby Yoda. It'll probably be more like late 20s, maybe even up to middle-aged Yoda. So it'll be interesting to see if he has a midlife crisis and goes to the Sith for a little bit before he, comes back to it. He could even buy a sports car, who knows? But we're getting ever closer here. We're inching closer. Sorry, I keep looking over to my left and just making sure everything on my monitor is going right. I want to make sure that I'm choosing all the right scenes here. Gotta pull up the live. There we go. Pull up that guy. Right there. Let's see. Might need to... Ooh, I can't resize that. Ah, well. I think that's good enough. That looks alright. Well, or does it? Do it. Can I resize it like this? I can. Yeah. Let's do that. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Just a teensy-weensy little bit. Hopefully everything is going well on your end. Hopefully your day is going well. We've got 7 minutes to go here. I've got my nice hot cup of tea. No, again, I am not a Hoosiers fan. IU sucks, but hey, it was my wife's mug, and don't tell her I said that. Fuzzbutt might get a little mad at that. I'm just trying to make sure that I ankle myself correctly here so that I can make sure that I'm not covered up by that goofy stream logo, or what I've got right here up on my right hand side. All gone. Lost my hand. So, back to it. We are actually going to have to take a short intermission here. Alright, now I'm back, and my microphone is back on. We are just a couple short minutes away from Nintendo starting their Nintendo Direct. Hopefully here, we will have some fun answers. Hopefully here, I will have my secondary issues solved. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but hey. Life happens, am I right? Alright, so hopefully everybody's having a great day. This Nintendo Direct stream was something I wasn't exactly expecting to cover earlier this week, mostly because I didn't know it was going to happen. It was pretty fantastic that this is something that's going to happen now. Breaking off into some more news here. We've got some stuff going on with the game developers, the GDC Awards. Try to slide over this way. There we go. Still trying to get used to myself on the screen here. Don't know exactly how that's all going to work out. Hopefully here we have some answers. Am I live? Nope, I was not all the way up to the most livest point. I was about 10 seconds behind, and whew, I do not want to be 10 seconds behind. Anyway, let's get this over here, just so I can quickly do that. Welcome, everybody who's watching live right now. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. We're just chit-chatting a little bit here, all about the news. Let me actually update some of that stuff on my Twitch broadcast info.
Welcome to the Pokemon Direct.
Here we are.
I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. In today's broadcast, I'd like to touch on 2 topics. Let's get started with the first topic. Have a look at the following footage.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. So we got probably Nintendo Sleep? Or is this a new Pokemon? Okay. Uh-oh.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX.
Alright. Interesting. This is a game I never played. So is this a, Ooh. Interesting here. Okay, we got X and Y evolutions.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team DX.
Okay, alright, that...
It's been about 15 years since Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Blue Rescue Team were released for the Nintendo DS and Game Boy Advance systems in Japan.
Huh.
But now they will gain a new life as a Nintendo Switch title. Pokemon Mystery
Interesting.
Dungeon Rescue Team DX will be released March 6, 2020.
Okay. You can start your pre-order soon.
What's more, we'll release a demo version on Nintendo eShop, available later today.
Oh, sweet, and you'll be able to carry over your...
save
This
data
is something
to
I'm
the
interested
version
in.
of the game once purchased, so please take this
So
opportunity.
you can carry
to
over
get a
your
sample
save
of
data,
the
that's
phone.
awesome.
Now, for the other topic, I think we'll ask Game Freak to share it with you.
Alright,
Mr. Masuda, Mr. Omori, it's all
See
yours.
what- let's see what Game Freak has.
Hello everyone, I'm Masuda from Game Freak.
Hello, and I'm Amori, also from Game Freak.
We hope everyone has been finding something to enjoy in the latest entries to the Pokemon series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, since their release last November. Our goal is always to deliver lively new adventures that delight Pokemon trainers around the world.
So
We
I
did our best to fill these titles
thoroughly
with fun
enjoyed
activities
playing
so that our
Pokemon
players
Sword.
could have a fulfilling experience. And the Galar region is a vast one. We suspect you've had many new discoveries and fun encounters along your adventure. We've been thinking about how much we'd like it if everyone's Pokemon adventures could go on even longer, with more to dig into and new discoveries to explore.
Ooh, are we getting some DLC here? He
We've
also
been
looks
working on plans for
terrified to
some
be on
time, in
camera.
fact. This is why we at Game Freak are now developing the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass.
Okay.
Downloadable expansions for the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games that will be available for purchase from Nintendo eShop.
Alright, DLC.
Until now, we've sometimes released new titles set in the same region as previous games, such as Pokemon Platinum version or Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. This expansion pass will be different from those games. You'll be able to set out on new adventures using the save data you're already playing with.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We're in the thick of development now, but we've prepared some footage for you so you'll be able to at least get a feeling for what new experiences await you.
See, one of the annoying things was getting those new games, getting some new content, but then not being able to carry
Let's have a
over your
look.
save data. So let's see what they've got to offer here. I'm really curious to see what this looks like. Did you just throw up a Pokemon? What do we got here? Ooh. We're gonna go be able to travel to other regions, like previous regions, the Johto region or Kanto, or there's one that begins with an A that I'm blanking on. Aloha. Go to Hawaii. Glad to see Nintendo's finally starting to embrace this crazy concept of DLC. I know it's new, it's only been around for like a year or two, but you know, Nintendo, I thank you. I applaud you for joining in here. This relatively new craze. Swear to God, if you do loot boxes, I will shank you. Ooh, interesting. Mega evolutions or whatever of the original starters? Drum set! The Isle of Armor. Okay. Go with the Galar region. Ooh, do we have... Oh, ice types. We're gonna get some more info on, like... There's Okay. The frozen tree lands. We're going to the north. Winter is coming to the Galar region. That's all I have to say. Winter is coming. We're getting some kind of mountain climbing area. I wonder if there's going to be a new mountain climbing mechanic here. Or if it'll still be the same convenient stairs and path. Ooh. Legendary Pokemon. Okay, I'm digging it. Legendary bird types. Zapdos was definitely my favorite. I still love Moltres and... oh, Articuno. But we'll see what happens here. We'll... also, Team Score Bunny. Come on. Awesomeness. Choo choo. What do we got? This is still the Isle of Armor. Okay. Alright. Third time's the charm, I guess. I kind of getting confused here with the way things are going. I don't quite understand. So Slowpoke is getting another evolution. That's a given there. Is this just Groundhog Day? Did I miss something? Yes, game footage is not final. Okay, that makes sense. Aha! The Crown Tundra. There we go. Part 1, Part 2? When are these gonna come out? That's my question. Are we looking at Part 1... I don't know, maybe... So they've got that Pokemon... We got that game coming out. The Dungeon Explorer game. That's coming out, Gigantamax. That's coming out in March, so... June? Maybe a June and September release for the Isle of Armor and the Tundra regions.
What did you think of this first look?
So
The
far, I
Pokemon
think it's
Sword
pretty good.
Expansion Pass and the Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass will be composed of the Isle of Armor, planned to be
June.
released
All
June
right.
2020, and the Crown Tundra, planned to be released in fall 2020.
Fall. Nailed it. June
If
and
you
fall.
buy the Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass, you'll be able to enjoy both as they're released.
That's good that they're not limiting it to one or the other
Each
version.
part offers a different adventure, where you'll be able to visit unseen areas of the Galar region and meet new people and Pokemon that live there. There are 2 versions of the Expansion Pass, one for Pokemon Sword and one for Pokemon Shield.
Yep.
Different Pokemon will appear in the different versions, and you'll also run into some different people and places.
Which makes
We're
sense.
hoping players can continue with the classic Pokemon experience of trading with one another and working together.
Now, without further ado, let's have the director himself present more information on the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Mr. Tani?
Hello, I'm Tani from Game Freak.
Okay.
I'm working as the director for the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass. The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra are in development as we speak. So today, we'd like to show off some designs and concept art to help introduce you to these
Ooh.
new areas.
This will be fun. Let's see what we got here.
Your adventures in Galar are getting even bigger. First, let us introduce the Isle of Armor, which focuses on the theme of growth. Take a look.
Whoop.
The next destination in your adventure is a giant island off the shores of the Gala region known as the Isle of Armor. This island is full of beautiful nature. You'll find beaches, bogs, forests, caves, and dunes. And of course, you'll find Pokemon that you couldn't previously find in Galar dwelling there too.
Nailed it.
There's a dojo for Pokemon battles on this island. And you'll take up an apprenticeship under the Pokemon trainer who runs it.
Okay.
This is Mustard, who will become your mentor. He's also the mentor of Champion Leon, who you probably know quite well. In fact, Mustard has occupied
Leon.
the seat of
We're
champion
BFFs.
himself in the past. You'll also encounter new rivals among your fellow apprentices. When playing with the Pokemon Sword expansion pass, you'll be training with Clara, who is a poison-type user.
Okay.
When playing with the Pokemon Shield expansion pass, you will be training with Avery, who is a Psychic-type user.
Interesting.
They're both training hard so they can someday have a gym and stadium to call their own. Next, we'd like to introduce the legendary Pokemon that will be central to the story. Cubfu. It's a
Cubfu.
fighting-type Pokemon that strives to become stronger with single-minded dedication.
Interesting.
As you progress through your training, Mustard will entrust you with this Pokemon.
More of a
Once you complete your
Hitmonchan kind of
training
guy,
together
but alright.
with Cubfu, it will be able to evolve into Urshifu. Urshifu is a Pokemon with two distinct styles.
Okay.
There is Single Strike style, a fighting and dark type style that delivers a single strike at blinding speed. There is also Rapid Strike style, a fighting and water type style that focuses on
water
unleashing a
type.
torrent of rapid strikes. What's more, it's been revealed that Urshifu has a Gigantamax form.
Sweet.
Each
Gigantamax.
style will have a different appearance, as well as a different G-Max move. You'll be able to evolve your Cubfu into an Urshifu in one of these two styles, Single Strike style or Rapid Strike style, during your adventure. Urshifu is a powerful Pokemon with a brand new ability, and it also has a new move for each of its two styles. Once you've completed your training, bring it with you for some online battles or official competitions.
Ooh. Okay.
We also want to talk about Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon,
Okay.
final evolutions of the first three Pokemon you team up with in the Galar region.
Yep.
During your adventure in the Isle of Armor, these special partners in your teams will be able to Gigantamax. You can look forward to seeing their new forms and new G-Max moves.
Okay, I'm
And
getting
as
really
you can
excited
see
for
here,
this.
We've got even more in the works to make sure your journey is as smooth and fun as possible. There are new fashion items, and you'll even be able to obtain new looks for your bike.
Huh.
We hope you'll look forward to the new experiences coming in the Isle of Armor.
What are the odds we get some OG starters? Or even Gen 2 starters?
Next, I'd like to discuss the
Cyndaquil's
Crown
pretty
Tundra,
awesome. Not gonna lie.
the second area, which has a theme of exploration. I'm going to show you the information we have at the moment.
So if you can tell, I've a Gen 1, Gen 2, and
This expansion
Gen
is set in the snow-swept
Sword
realm
and
of the
Shield
Crown Tundra.
kind of guy.
Take a look for
So
yourself.
it's been a little while
Beautiful
since I played
scenery of the
Pokemon, but I'm
shining
happy to be
silver
back.
Landscape. As it turns out, the Isle of Armor isn't the only uncharted area waiting for you all in the Galar region. In this frigid area, with its towering winter mountains, people live in small communities that support and rely on each other. Much like on the Isle of Armor, you'll be able to find Pokemon that didn't appear in the Galar region before. Fitting right in with this area's theme of exploration, there will be plenty for you to uncover. You might find a strange temple where you least expect it, or maybe spy a mysterious giant tree growing in a place it doesn't seem to belong. A certain person will appoint you as the leader of their exploration team in the Crown Tundra.
Okay.
You can gear up for adventure, and then head out to explore blizzard-swept fields, and even deep inside Pokemon dens, which you could only previously get a glimpse of during max raid battles. Next,
Oh.
we'd like to introduce Calyrex, the legendary Pokemon you'll discover during your adventure.
Nope.
Legends say this Pokemon once ruled over a part of Galar that included the Crown Tundra. It's characterized by its graceful, regal movements. Get ready to experience
Okay,
a never
kinda looks
before
like a
told story
reindeer-ish
about
type.
the mysteries of Calyrex. The Crown Tundra will have a new form of co-op play as well. This will allow you and friends to enter and explore Pokemon dens that exist underground in the Crown Tundra.
Okay.
Deep inside the dens, you may see legendary Pokemon from past games Dynamaxing before your eyes. You'll be able to meet and make allies of all kinds of legendary Pokemon.
Yes,
during your
Mewtwo!
adventures in the
Mewtwo!
Crown Tundra, including ones you'll be able to catch through this co-op play.
Ooh.
It also appears
So
that
we're
some
kinda
brand
going a
new
little bit of
legendary
Diablo
Pokemon are
dungeon
also waiting
crawler.
to be found somewhere in
I
this
like it.
land. And combined with the Isle of Armor, dozens of new clothing items will be added. Plus, there will be new battles waiting for you to challenge once you complete your entire game, including the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra.
Ooh.
We can't go into the details of everything, but we're working on planning and developing new ways to enjoy Pokemon even as we speak. The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra areas themselves are actually two key examples of the things we're working on. Both areas are in fact seamless maps, much like the wild area you can already experience in the Galar region, where players are able to move around freely and control the camera.
Alright.
Of course, you'll be able to connect with other trainers and play with them too. There will
I like
be
it.
Pokemon dens as well, and you'll be able to engage in max raid battles against Pokemon that haven't previously appeared in the Galar region. There's more to see and do on the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra than there was even in the wild area.
Pokemon!
We'll bring
I
you
love
more
me some
information about them in
Pokemans.
future news reports, so please stay tuned.
Yep. Welcome, Dave. How are you doing out there?
What did you think? We at Game Freak are all working hard to bring you new content, so you can spend more time having fun in the Galar region. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come.
Thank you, Mr. Tani. On the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra, you'll see some familiar Pokemon that didn't appear in the Galar region before.
Yep. Saw some
There will
Slowpokes.
be more than 200 Pokemon species that appear in these areas, and you can add to your team, including the legendary Pokemon mentioned before.
Alright.
Additionally, we'll be distributing free updates for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield that will coincide
If
with
it wasn't for
releases
this,
of the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra.
If it really wasn't for this Nintendo
These
Direct, I'd still
updates
be in
will
bed
allow people
too.
who don't have the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion pass to obtain the Pokemon that appear on the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra through other means, such as trading.
Okay. I like that.
Players will also be able to bring over Pokemon to their games from the cloud service Pokemon Home, as long as the Pokemon appear in the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion packs.
Alright.
Pokemon Home is planned to launch in February 2020.
Ninteno's got a
We
lot of
intend
stuff
to
coming
release
out now.
Even more details before then, so please wait just a little bit longer.
Yeah, so they've got 2 planned DLC expansions.
Finally,
if you
we
get
have
the
some more
expansion
news
pass.
for our Pokemon Sword
The
and
Isle of
Pokemon
Armor in
Shield
June, and then in fall, the
Starting
Tundra
today,
region.
It seems like you're more likely to run into Gigantamax Colossal, Gigantamax Lapras, and Gigantamax Flapple or Gigantamax Appleton in max raid battles in the wild area. Face these powerful Pokemon with your friends. There will also be a software update going live available later today. Once you've received the update, head to Wedgehurst Station.
Yep.
In Pokemon Sword, you'll encounter Clara, while in Pokemon Shield, you'll run into Avery. You'll also encounter a Galarian Slowpoke that's wandered in from the Isle of Armor. You can try to catch it and add it to your team. Galarian
it.
Slowpoke can evolve into Galarian Slowbro if you use an item that can be found on the Isle of Armor, or into Galarian Slowking if you use an item that can be found in the Crown Tundra. Don't forget to check it out.
What did you think?
So it's
Today,
pretty good
we've
idea
finally
what's
been able
going on
to
so
show
far.
You some of what we at Game Freak are hoping to achieve going forward. We hope we've been able to get you excited for the continuing adventures waiting for you in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Each part offers a different adventure. We'll do our best to fill it to the brim with adventures like you've never experienced before.
Whether you're just starting with Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, or you've done everything there is to do, we'll do our best to develop something that everyone can enjoy. Stay tuned for more updates in the future.
All right.
My thanks to everyone from Game Freak. The Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass, which contains both the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, will be
$30?
available for pre-purchase on Nintendo eShop later today.
That's not a bad price, I don't think. You get 2 new massive regions. Oh. Okay, that was abrupt. Why do I have to allow that? Yeah, that is, for some reason I had to permit the term put in. But anyway, so yeah, they didn't put in all the Pokemon to begin with, which I really had a thought that it was going to be some, it's going to end up being some DLC, which I'm sad that I was right. But at the same time, we are getting a pretty cool two new areas. So it's kind of like I'm torn. I don't know what to think about it right now. I'm holding off on spending the $30 for sure, but we'll see what happens.